about to leave Grumpy Bear to go into the Sierra. Probably only going to go maybe 10 to 15 miles today. Beautiful weather. There's supposed to be scattered thunderstorms later this week, so that shouldn't be too bad. It's been great double zeroing here, Grumpy Bear. Super great. I was able to wash dishes in exchange for some meals at the restaurant, which was super fun. I've really missed being in a restaurant, and I connected to the small town culture a little bit with being back there. So that's probably going to be one of my highlights on this trip. Had a super fun time. Resupplied, got some snow gear. My pound's now at 45 pounds, which is not super fun, but it's not too bad. I am using my brother's pack right now because mine couldn't fit everything. So, yep. Hey guys! So we finally got back on the trail and we're heading into the Sierra. The landscape is already changed from being desert to everything I expected the Sierra to be, minus the snow. We've only seen patches of snow so far. So my pack is pretty heavy and it's been slow going. I'm pretty tired already. I've still got like 1.5 miles to camp for tonight. The notable changes in equipment are I have an extra base layer so that I can wear a base layer when I'm hiking if I need to. And a buff. I've gone this far without a buff. Kind of crazy. It's kind of like a expected piece of equipment. My backpack, which I don't know how far I can go with it. I just miss my old backpack. It's fine, but I just miss my old backpack. And crampons. My crampons are the Catula ones that are designed for running shoes. And I got those so that hopefully my feet will be more comfortable in them than normal crampons. But the spikes aren't quite as long, so I don't know if they will do good enough. I'll let you know. And they don't have like the forward-facing spikes that a lot of crampons have. So my plan is just to let somebody else lead and make the footprints, and then I'll walk in their footprints. Which is kind of unfortunate because everybody in this group is a lot taller than me. So I guess I'll have a bit of a longer stride. We can see snow. It's pretty close. And so we should be seeing that in the next few days. Maybe trying out our new equipment. Oh, and the other thing I got was an ice axe. And the ice axe and crampons I bought on Amazon and just had shipped to Grumpy Bear. And my brother shipped the backpack along with a bunch of food to me, as well as like the base layer. And I bought some rain pants. My rain pants were getting old, and they were a kid's size, kids extra large, and they just didn't fit quite right. So my new rain pants are full zip, so I can take them on and off pretty easily, or I can vent if I'm getting sweaty. So yeah, I think that those changes in equipment are good. Oh yeah, I also have a solar panel. It's really cool. In just like maybe 15 minutes, I got 7% extra charge on my phone. I was able to actually plug my phone directly into the solar panel. Normally I won't do that. Normally I'll have it plugged into my battery pack and then I'll charge my phone off of it. I was just curious to see if it would work. And that's just so that I can take pictures and film and use gut hooks without my phone running out. Because in the cold it'll run out a lot faster. Oh yeah, I also got that new sleeping bag, so a lot of new equipment. Yeah, we haven't gone too far today. Not sure the exact mileage. Probably like about 10 to 12 miles. We started at like 1 o'clock or something. We were gonna start earlier, but it just took a while to resupply and everything. Yeah, excited to be back on the trail, and I'm glad that we're trying this. We've got a lot of options to bail out if it doesn't work out. Yep. Good morning. So it's kind of cold this morning. There's some frost on the cow patties out here. Beautiful, beautiful morning. Not a cloud in the sky. Today we're probably going to be walking on snow a bit. We got this 10,000 foot pass to go over. So at this point we're just expecting to do like 12 miles. Which will get us over the pass and down into the valley again. And we'll see, maybe we'll go a little bit up the pass. We're hoping we'll find some snow that we can practice our ice axe use on. We still haven't done that. Ultra is going to teach us how to do it, as well as Cheese. So that's the plan for today. Last night was really, really nice. We camped by this river and some pine trees. Xena and I were able to hang our hammocks. It was kind of cold, but not too bad. There's just some patches of snow around. We haven't had to really walk through any yet, though. So, my pack's feeling a little bit better today. I think as I make adjustments, it's just gonna get better. Getting used to a new pack is always interesting. I think my brother needs to go with Osprey, though, in the future. I don't understand this whole lumbar support thing. Having a bulge poking into my back just doesn't appeal to me. I like the mesh of the Osprey. Lets your back breathe a little bit. But I'm happy for the big pack. That's for sure. Makes packing up a lot easier in the mornings. You're not having to cram stuff in and everything. But, yep, that's what's happening today. Hey, so we're like 34 miles away from Kennedy Meadows. This is our second day on the trail. It's close to 11 o'clock, so we're making pretty good time. There's still a lot of snow. I've been wearing my crampons for the last hour or so. I was really nervous because my crampons, the spikes are a lot smaller than other people's. I have the Catula, I think it's the K9s. They're made for trail runners, so they're a lot more flexible. I would say that they're more of a hybrid between crampons and micro spikes. So what that means is I don't feel too bad walking on the trail, like the dirt and rocky part of the trail, because it's really patchy snow. So I'm making pretty good time because I'm keeping my crampons on, flying through the snow, and then being careful on the trail. And I'm not too concerned for them. I think they'll be okay. So, I think it was a good choice to get them. I'd highly recommend them. But we'll see, once we're done with the Sierra, what I think about them. Maybe I'll hate them. I had a beautiful view this morning. Ultra and I climbed up onto the top of a rock. And, man, it's breathtaking up here. I love this scenery. Honestly, I've been having fun with the snow. It's kind of a novelty for me, so it's been a lot of fun making snow cones with the Mio, and also yesterday I made a chocolate mocha milkshake. It was a mocha peanut butter milkshake. So I got peanut butter powder and mocha, like a via it's a Starbucks thing. It's a mocha flavor. And I mixed that with some snow and put it in. I have a pot that has a lid that screws on. It's called a Vargo bot. And I just shook it. And shook it and shook it and shook it. I wasn't going to put the snow in it. But then when I told Xena I was making a milkshake, as I shake the thing, she said, "You gotta put snow in it or it's not a milkshake." Like, but I'm shaking it, so it's gotta be a milkshake. But with the snow, it made it a little icy, but it was really nice. So it's fun to be in the snow, and there's enough clear areas that we can, like last night we set up in like meadow area by a river or a stream, and there were patches of snow, but we were able to be out of the snow most of the time. And there was another group who built a fire, so we were able to dry out our socks, and I was able to hang my hammock. So far it's been great. I thought it would be harder than it's been. The climbing is exhausting at this altitude. And tonight we're going to be camping at about 9,800 feet or something like that. So close to 10,000 feet. So it's going to be pretty cold. And we might have to camp on snow. I doubt it though. It's been so patchy today that I would be surprised if we had to camp on snow. We've had a longer water carry than I expected. I looked at the mileage and it said like 5 miles there was water, but I didn't read the comments. And it's just the trail to water. It's like half a mile off the trail. I'm not going half a mile. So I might need to melt some snow eventually. But I've still got close to a liter left. So I should be good for a bit. Yeah, we're doing good. Enjoying the scenery. Kind of enjoying the snow. Yep. Morning. So this is our, I guess, third and a half day on the trail after Kennedy Meadows. It's been good so far. It was kind of cold last night, but not bad at all. I camped over some snow, and we were close to 10,000 feet, like 9,900 or something. Below the 10,000 feet marks, we were still able to have a fire. But I opted not to sit by the fire because it was hailing and raining a little bit for probably like 10 minutes. I guess that's our first storm. So I just hung out in my hammock. We got to camp pretty early last night. So I hung out in my hammock and watched a movie. It was amazing. So great. And got an early start this morning. It took me forever to pack up. I guess the cold weather just makes me move slower. My shoes were frozen when I was trying to put my feet in it, which I've had happen before near Mount Laguna, but not super fun. But I'm on the trail now, nice and warm. Decided to stop here even though it's only 6:30 to eat my breakfast because I got a little bit of sun on me, and I'm about to be going around the side of a mountain that doesn't have sun. So I'm eating some oatmeal that I put it in bags right now because this is like a mix of granola, oatmeal, and chocolate and nuts. I'm looking for something that I could eat for breakfast that was higher in fat than just the oatmeal I was eating before for this section of the trail. Also a bigger portion. So the nuts I think are going to be really good. Well, they have been the last few mornings. So yeah, I'm really enjoying that. Yesterday I was able to practice with my ice axe a little bit, which was really nice. Did some glissading, and it was pretty easy. I don't know if it was enough practice, but today I think we might have some more dangerous slopes. I was just looking at like the elevation, the topography, and I think we're going to be walking along some really steep, almost cliffs. I don't know. We'll see though. It might not be as bad as what it looked like on the map. I was actually using Google Maps for that because GutHooks isn't working super good for me right now. But yeah, we're hoping to do 17 something miles today, which is kind of ambitious, but as long as we can keep a good pace, I think we'll be able to do it. We might end up rolling into camp a little bit later than normal, but that's okay. Good morning. So I stopped to eat my breakfast as per normal. I'm already on the top of the highest climb that we have today, so not much climbing today, which is a nice change from yesterday. So yesterday turned out pretty good, but it was really, really hard. It was a challenging day. I had to push myself really hard to get through it. Lots of snow. I left on my crampons almost all day, and there were some parts where I didn't really need them, but I found them helpful. There was some post-holing, especially around rocks and trees, but for the most part, we only sunk down a few inches, maybe like 4 inches at most. So we were able to make pretty good time. I got to the campsite by 4 o'clock, which was 17 miles, and just by 4 o'clock, however many hours that ended up being, which is pretty good for me. The others rolled in about 2.5 hours later because they were practicing with their ice axes, which I'm sad I missed out on. That would have been good, but it was nice to relax at camp, so that was great. Except that when they rolled up, they went across the river, so I had to pack up my camp and go across the river. But there was a log across the river, so we didn't have to get wet, so that was excellent. Yeah, today we're only doing like maybe 8 miles. Tomorrow we're going to try to do Mount Whitney. I'm not sure if I want to do that though. We'll see. I've done Mount Kennedy before, so that's like 17,000. Morning. So we neared the last 2 days. It's been pretty eventful because we've been kind of waiting out a storm. We've had maybe 3 or 4 inches of snow the last 2 days. So 2 days ago, part of the group was supposed to go up Whitney, and me and Patience were going to wait for them at the trailhead to Whitney. But we all ended up going up to the cabin instead. And not the cabin, the ranger station. We spent the night there narrowing, and then after that we did just a few miles yesterday, like 4, because the snow cleared up and it was kind of sunny. And then today we're hoping to go over Forester Pass, but it's been snowing, but then it cleared up, so hopefully that'll work out. It's been cold, like 17 degrees. So it's been an interesting time, but we're doing it together. And last night, Cheese and Lucy and I shared a tent, so that helped with the cold. Got up early this morning, and my feet are really cold. We stopped for about 45 minutes to let our feet dry out. But yep, hopefully we get over Forester okay today. We've got 3 people here that are experienced with snow, so it should be all good. So we're about to start our you can see groups up there. So we're all done with Forester. It was freaking scary, but the snow was at perfect condition, so it was pretty safe, even though it was really scary. So we're done with that and we're on track for our goals for today. So tomorrow we should make it into town, which is amazing. So this snowstorm was inconvenient, uncomfortable. It hasn't put us behind schedule too much, other than not being able to hike Mount Whitney. Yeah, we're safely across. Hello from the Bullfrog Lake Trail. So yesterday we did Forester Pass successfully, and we camped at the lowest point after that, had a campfire, tried to dry some stuff out. Woke up with my shoes frozen anyways, so I don't know if that was worth it. Got up pretty late this morning because we're all pretty tired after Forester, and we are on the Bullfrog Lake Trail going into Independence. Hopefully we'll find some day hikers who are willing to give us a ride from the campground. Beautiful day, some of the most beautiful scenery we've seen so far. Lots of mountains all around me. Unfortunately I can't see the lakes because they're all frozen over, but we're hiking at a pretty slow pace today. Hopefully this pass won't be too bad. And we're not sure if once we hit Independence, we're going to go to Lone Pine or Bishop. But I think we all have packages in Independence. So we're going to have to wait out the weekend because today's Saturday. So the post office should open on Monday. So that's the plan. We just went over Kearsarge Pass, which is up there. The trail it goes up, and the pass goes over there. Down here, it's a cool lake. Frozen over now. Yep. Hello from Bishop. We made it down to Onion Valley Campground. It was quite the climb over the pass. The snow was pretty slushy on the way down and too deep to do any good glissading. So it was only a 9-mile day, but it felt like a lot longer. Once we got to Onion Valley, we sat down for a bit, talked to some day hikers, and then started walking down the road. About half a mile later, a camper van came by and picked us all up. We all fit, and I can't believe it, but they let us all cram in and sit on their bed. Who lets 7 nasty, gross hikers sit on their bed? I don't know. They were super cool. They took us down to Independence, where we all hitched out to Bishop. Independence just doesn't really have much. There's not even a grocery store there. Here in Bishop, there's a lot of different hotel options, lots of good food, and 3 outfitters, really good outfitters too. So we found a hotel that fits all 7 of us. There's a bunk room for 4 people, and then the king-size bed and a rollaway bed. So that was a pretty cost-effective way for us to spend last night tonight. And if we stick around tomorrow, we'll probably go to the hostel. We've heard good things about it, but we weren't ready to talk to other hikers yet. So this has been really good. And there's a hot tub, so score. We're probably gonna split up. Ultra's gonna go home for a bit, and I might go to San Francisco for a bit, maybe a week. And Zena's gonna spend a week with her friends. Patience hasn't decided what she's doing. Coben, Scout, and Whiplash are probably going to get back on trail. The problem is there's a storm rolling in, and we have no clue how long it's going to last, or really how bad it's going to be. There's pretty high winds down here today, and we can see the cloud cover up in the mountains. It did not look like fun. So I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to be doing. It's not a fun thing to decide, because I want to be back on trail, but at the same time, my feet hurt, I'm tired, I don't want to be cold, and it's just slow going up there right now. So a week off sounds excellent. I'm not in a hurry to get done with the trail, but I don't want to spend too much money just zeroing in town a bunch. So I'm trying to decide the most cost-effective way to go about the next 7 days. It's rough making this kind of decision, I'll tell you that. I'm enjoying the last bit of time we have as a trail family before we split up. I'm gonna miss those guys. It's been amazing hiking with them, and I've sure learned a lot from each of them. But I just don't know what else to do. So we'll see. We'll see what the next step is, and maybe we'll end up getting back together to hike Mount Whitney in the future, since we had to skip that. Do it in the summertime when it's not completely covered with snow. That would be pretty cool. Hey! So I am indeed behind the wheel of a car. Pretty cool. I've missed driving, although it's kind of weird to get back into driving when you've been walking for 2 months. So I decided to take a week off and drive to San Francisco. I got a car rental for a week, 7 days. It was like $270. Man, I'm bummed that I'm under 25. One more year and it would have cost me $70 less. Ultra agreed to drive to San Francisco with me, and then he was gonna fly Space A back to Washington. And we were at the car rental, pretty much ready to go. Patients texted saying, "Hey, I met up with Zach and Madeline. They're going to Ashland. I'm going with them. Can you give us a ride part way up?" So I was like, "Sure, you can come to South Lake Tahoe and then hitch from there." So we started driving, and I was like, well, probably take you up farther, like to Reno or whatever. And then we get up closer to there, and I'm like, you know what? I could just drive you the 6 hours up to Ashland. That way you wouldn't have to get a rental car. So they agreed to pay me, to compensate me for that. And so Ultra, me, Madeline, Zach, and Patience all drove up to Ashland. And it's super cool because Madeline and Zach are the people I camped with on my first night. And we keep running into them. Our group really likes them. And we keep wondering, okay, where are they now? Are we going to see them again? All this stuff. So it's really cool to run into them again and to road trip up with them. So we got to Ashland. I dropped Ultra off at the airport. So he's flying up to Washington. And I dropped Madeline and Zach and Patience off at the PCT trailhead. They're going to start walking southbound to go through the Sierra. And I'm still headed to San Francisco, but I decided to take the coastal route, add another 4 hours to my trip. So I just keep making this trip longer and longer. But it's beautiful. I'm seeing Oregon, I'm seeing the coast, I'm super excited to see the ocean, and I have the freedom of having a car. That's such a, it's a novelty to have a car, to be able to drive. But I'm super pumped. Ultra and I were able to have some good conversations before he left. I think we sat in the parking lot for like an hour just talking before he had to get on a plane. So totally worth the drive, totally worth hanging out with those guys. And I'm going to be staying with my oldest brother. And they're going to be working, him and his wife are going to be working, so I won't be able to see him too much. But I'll be able to cook in the kitchen, hang out, at least see them in the evenings. So I think it's going to be well worth it. And I'm not sure exactly what my plan for this year is. I kind of want to try doing part of it by myself, just because I can, and I think it'd be a good growing experience. I know it'll be challenging, but I think I can do it and stay safe at the same time. There's going to be plenty of people in the Sierra who will be hiking around. I mean, that's been the case with the whole trail. It's kind of hard to get any sort of solitude or being alone because there's so many people on the trail. So I can just, when I get to a sketchy place, I can stop and wait for another group to catch up to me and do it with them. But I think the solitude and just the confidence that comes with doing something scary yourself and not completely relying on the decision-making ability of other people, I think that would be really empowering for me, and that, yeah, I think I would grow a lot. So, I just passed a hitchhiker, and I'm super bummed, because I couldn't get over fast enough. Oh well. Now that I hitch so much, I kind of want to give people rides, because I know what it's like to be in the rain, trying to hitch and being discouraged. Oh well. Yeah, so I'm driving. It's going to be like a 10-hour drive today. Won't get until late. But it should be pretty. Right now I'm going through the mountains, but I'll be hitting the coast soon. So it's just nice to have a little break from the trail. I love the trail, but this is pretty cool too. These are redwoods. I'm in the Redwood National Park. It's raining and it's lush and so different from the Sierra. These trees are huge. It's insane. So this has been a highlight of my little road trip so far. Just driving through these trees. These aren't even the biggest ones I've seen, and man, this is a place worth coming to. Hopefully I can come back and do some camping and backpacking and all when I have more time. I'm not trying to get to San Francisco, but yeah, this is pretty amazing.